okay, no rush.
The share was Masokin, and Bidan doesn't need a tikkun, but ein besmerish b'leichidish. Sikkim of today's share.
We have to have a Makabah Patish for today's share, so just to review a little bit, we learned Makabah Patish is included in the Malacha Deraisa of Tikkun Mana. Obviously, besides Bainit is Makabah Patish, and which means any completion of an item, even if it's simple, even if it's slipping one thing into the other, any Hisafa Chashuva that's finishing touches or completing a Keilah, that's the Malacha of Makabah Patish. And Tikkun Mana is a form of that. The Malacha, I guess, is defined as Ovid Mana. Like Rashi says in a few places, even if it's simply slipping feathers into a pillowcase, but if that's creation of a Keli, that's the Issa. If it was once made before Shabbos, whether it's feathers of a pillowcase or laces of a shoe, and it fell out on Shabbos, you're allowed to replace it because that's not significant Tikkun, because it was never broken. If it needs a lot of effort to get it back, then of course it's broken. But basically, whether it's pillows or in shoes and shoelaces, making a new pillow or a new shoelace, a new shoe with a new shoelace, even if it's just a simple placement, that's the Hanocha Ba'alma that makes it Ovid Mana. There's also a factor of Tircha, which is an indicative of it being a broken shoe, if you have to work hard to get the laces in, and therefore that would be Tikkun. Any slipping of knots of a lace that is a person automatically, impulsively makes a knot is not mutter, even if he won't make a knot, because Chazal were concerned Shema Yiksha. So to put this practically, old shoes that the laces fell out, he's allowed to put them back. But to use different laces, even lace from a different shoe, most poskim are machmer like Del Yerabah, that's considered creating a new shoe, even though it's an old shoe, but the combination is a new shoe. There is an eitzah to use a different colored shoelace that he won't keep after Shabbos, or only lace the top part of the shoe, or some say if you borrow, which is amanas lahachza right after Shabbos, that also might be mutter because it's not a tikkun. If you wash lace, you got to put them back on Shabbos, and someone pointed out correctly, it might only be mutter if you know which lace came from which shoe, because if you have two shoelaces and two shoes, you have to get the left lace into the left shoe, otherwise that might be a problem, according to El Yerabah. A hood of a raincoat or a windbreaker to get the string in is a big tircha, and the chashash shemikshin, of course, that should not be done on Shabbos. Belts and pants are not a new creation. The pants are fully made, the belt is fully made, and the paiskim are makel. In all cases, even if the pant cannot be worn without a belt, because you're not creating any new combination. A belt is like cufflinks, which in a shirt cannot be worn, but the fact that you're not mavatal it, you take it after you wear it, is mutter. So too a belt in a pants. A unique belt to a unique bekesha, tishbekesha, or any woman's clothing, l'mashal, that has no parallel, and it's going to stay in this clothing, you can't put it in on Shabbos at the first time. You could replace it if it came out on Shabbos or before Shabbos. To lend that unique belt to someone and take it back, that's okay, because once you had it in your clothing, it's like chazara of the same belt and the same tishbekesha, and that's okay. A blanket and blanket cover poses no problem. A collar stiffener, collar stay, pashtas is mutter because it's not tikkun ovid moneh. The shirt is fully made. This is just an accessory. A paper and new hat, if it's taka not wearable, some say that's tikkun, and others are makeup because the hat is okay. It's just you want to make it to your size, that would not be ovid le keli. An insole or a pad in a shoe is fine. The shoe is perfectly wearable. Coat and a lining, most poskim are makel. but it's kedai to put it in before Shabbos. Some hold that it's mice you're making it into a winter coat, so it's kedai to put it before Shabbos. Allah it's mutter. And a Torah to a talis that was worn already is okay. And a new talis, yesh lahachmir, because this is an isafa chashuva, even though the talis is wearable as it is. Blow air into a ball that remains should not be done. If the mattress that's filled with air is emptied on a daily basis, it's okay. And once it's okay, I should mention, it's even mutter to use a mechanical pump because it's not any malacha of using a mechanical pump. A balloon should not be blown because it's chashash shema yikshar. Attaching a ping pong net to a dining room table is okay because it's not bottle there. A wheel to a stroller, and I forgot to mention a broomstick to a broom is a repair of that item. A belt on a buckle, the assumption is not a repair, it's just sticking it in, there's no actual fastening. A picture frame that we said is mutter to put back is only a picture frame that people typically look at, they move it, so you're not miyachid like mokum, you're not keeping it exclusively on a wall, which might be muktzah. A dessert cup should not be assembled on Shabbos. I should have mentioned, if you made it before Shabbos and it fell apart on Shabbos, you could put it back. That's okay, but you can't make a bunch of them and just hope for the best that everything will come together the same shidduch. That's obviously not shaykh. Floating wicks, the belt is makel, and probably the svara is you're not at all be masakin the wick. The wick remains the way it is. It's just making it usable, and that's not a form of avidle keli. If there was no hole punched out in the floating wick cork, it should not be done. Hafrashas chala and truma on Shabbos yom tov is asa. Kashing a keli is asa. Yayin pogam is mutter. Filas kelim the minig is not to toivel kelim. And erev pesach shechal b'Shabbos, the person allowed to kasha the dentures because it's right now not treif, and therefore there's no tikkun in the keli. Who? Someone I know on the street, because you're not talking just to the people on the street, talking to Gans, whatever. It's all your code. Go ahead.
Rabbi Zev remind them again to help out Shirashim, the Moisit, Makar of Yidden, for Yiddishkeit, Yiddische Kinder, Yiddische Mädel, Terate, the houses, Tiskar Mitzvahs.